It's already recording. Okay. Hey, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy snow day. Driving here, I saw some people out walking, so kudos if you are walking today. If you're not, we have you covered for our lunchtime stretch. We're doing this in honor of Bell Let's Talk Week. So we're going to be focusing today on a standing stretch. So we're going to open up the front of our body with our standing stretch today. It's going to be very nice, very relaxing, and it's a great thing you can do if you want to try to do it in front of the TV at night, or if you feel like you just need to stand up from in front of the desk and move around a little bit. So first of all, we're going to start with some deep breaths. So we're going to put one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart rate here. We're going to inhale through our nose, fill that belly, let it stick out, and then exhale through the mouth. There we go. Let's do that again. So inhale through the nose, that belly hands rising, and then exhale through the mouth. Let's do it one more time. Inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. Awesome. So we're going to start by warming up the body a little bit because it is a little bit of a cold day today. So we're going to bring our hands by our side and we're just going to do some nice shoulder rolls. So when we do this, we bring our shoulders a little bit up towards the ears, bring them back to open up the chest, and then down into our back pocket. So I'll show you guys from the side. So we're coming a little bit up, we're coming back, and then down. The movement is in the shoulder blades, okay? We want to make sure that we're not arcing the back with this, right? So if you are arcing the back, maybe do smaller circles or just engage the core a little bit. Make sure we're breathing through this. Awesome. So next thing we're going to do is one of my favorites called the ragdoll. So we're going to be standing with our feet hip width apart. We're going to have our hands to our side, and we're just going to slightly twist. When we twist, that other leg is coming up onto our toes right there, and you're going to feel a nice kind of stretch in the hips, and it's great for the spine as well. If you're getting any low back pain, just turn on that core a little bit to help control this movement. And we're going nice and slow through this. We're not whipping the hands side to side like this, right? So nice and slow and controlled. And let's do one more on each side. Now let's do one more. Beautiful. So the next move that we're going to do is a hinge into a overhead reach. So I'll show you from the side. We're going to have our feet hip width apart. We're going to push our bum back slightly. Hands are by our side at the hips. And then we're going to bring our hips forward, reaching up towards the ceiling. So we're coming back. You might feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings and the low back here. We're not bending over when we're doing this. Keep that torso nice and tall, coming up. Now, if you have any shoulder problems, you can just bring the hands, keep the hands down and then stand up if you like, or bring it up to more of a bent arm position instead of a straight arm one. Let's do that 3 more times. And 1. Awesome. So the next move we're going to do, we're going to plant our left foot into the floor right here. The right foot is going to come forward, and we're going to slightly try to point our toe to the opposite direction. And then we're going to open up and we're going to bring that foot back, and now it's going to open up to the opposite direction. This leg is staying planted during this one. And if you can't get all the way back or all the way front, just do it to where you feel comfortable. We don't want any pain with these stretches. This is really nice for the feet and for the lower leg as well. Opening up. You can have your hands to your side. Just relaxing. And one more time. Here we go. Now you're going to switch sides. So we have our right foot planted. We have the left one coming in front and slightly to the side there. I'm a little bit more on a diagonal right now. and then we're going to come back and open up. So I'll show you at a little bit of an angle here, guys. So we're coming forward right here, and then we're opening up. That foot is facing the opposite way. And let's do 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. So now we're going to get a little bit into the feet and the calves right here. I would suggest to do this in your bare feet, but today is a little cold, so it's okay to wear your fuzzy socks. I have my fuzzy panda socks on today because it's cold. So we're going to plant the one foot. That planted foot is going to be the foot that's going to be stretched. So you're going to step forward with the other foot. So I'm stepping forward with my right. My left foot, I'm coming up onto my tippy toes right here. Not all the way up, but we're going to stretch underneath the sole right there. And then we're going to step back with the right, and then we're going to point that left toe up, So step forward with the right leg onto the toes of the left, feeling a nice stretch there. Stepping back with the right leg, pointing the left toes up. Let's do that 2 more times. There we go, feeling a nice stretch back here in the calf. And last time on this side. Beauty. Now let's switch sides. So we're going to be stretching the right leg foot out, So we're stepping forward with the left onto our toes here. And then we're coming back, toes up to the ceiling. Forward, bring the toes up, stretching here. So my toes are still on the floor. It's just the sole of my foot that's coming up there. And then point up. And let's do this one more time. Now, if you have any plantar fasciitis, you're just going to take your time. You don't have to come all the way up. Maybe you only come up to here, right? Just do it where it feels nice. Awesome. So now we're going to get into a little bit more of some deeper stretches. So we're going to do, I like to call this the warrior one. So we are going to stand with our feet slightly together right here. So not exactly together, but a little bit closer. We're going to take a step back with the right foot right there, and then we're going to take a step forward. So this is similar to that warm-up one that we did, but we're just taking a step back, and you're going to feel a nice opening up that hip right there, right? So I'll show you here. So our feet are almost together, and then we're opening up, feeling a nice stretch in here, and then coming on back. Let's do that 2 more times. Making sure that we're breathing with this, that we're standing up tall. There we go. Now we're going to up it a little bit and get a little bit of more upper body to it. So when we step back, we're going to bring our arms out and stretch those arms to the opposite sides of the room. And you're going to feel a nice stretch right in here. And then you're going to come forward. So I like to have my hands together at the starting position. And then I just come up, come back and open up there. If this is irritating your shoulders, you can bring the arms down a little lower if you like. There you go. We're making sure we're breathing through this one. And let's do one more. Amazing. So let's take it up another notch here, guys. So we're going to do that same thing. We're going to open up, but then we're going to put that front hand on our hip with that front leg, and we're going to push that hip back right there, and we're going to reach up and over. And then you can come back down and around, and then you're going to come and close. So let's try that again. So we're opening up. I'm taking my left hand right now with my left forward leg right here, putting it on my left hip, pushing that hip out, and then reaching that right arm up and over top, and then coming down and around, and then closing. And let's do that a few more times. Pushing through here. Maybe this is it for you. Maybe you feel a really great stretch there and you don't need that arm up. You can keep it right there if you like, and then you just come forward and close if you would like. There we go, coming up, over. Beauty. Now let's do it on the other side. So we're going to start from the first move where we're just opening up the hips, right? So feet are a little closer together, and we're just going to take a step back, feeling that nice stretch in there. Making sure that we breathe through this. And then one more time. Beautiful. Now we're going to get the arms in there. So we're going to bring our hands together right here around shoulder height or a little lower if you like. And we're going to take a step out and just open up that chest right there and then bring it on back. There we go, guys. Make sure you're breathing. It is really great because not only does it open up the hips, it opens up the arms, the chest, a little into the neck. And then one more time. Beautiful. Now we're going to take it up a notch and get that side of the torso with this next stretch. So we're opening, right hand is coming to right hip, pushing through that right hip. Arm is cut, left arm is coming up and over, reaching forward and then coming down, and we can close. Now let's do that a few more times. Up, right hand to right hip, pushing that hip through, right? And I'm bending at the hip, I'm not bending at the low back here, right? Reaching up, over, and then coming to your starting position. And let's do that 2 more times. Great. Last one. Amazing. So next one we're going to do is a standing lunge, and we're going to get the upper body into it as well. So you can use a chair for support or a wall for support if you'd like for this one. So we're going to be standing, feet are hip width apart right here. We're going to take one step back with that right leg right there. We're going to be on our toes to help us balance right here. From here, we're going to tuck that hip just a little bit so we can feel a nice stretch in here. Now we're going to reach up towards the ceiling. Take a breath. Bring that arm back down. Let's do that again. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling. Come back down. Now when I reach up, my shoulder blade is coming to my back pocket because I want some nice space in between my ears. I don't want that arm right beside my ear. Now we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to come up and we're going to rotate our torso so we can say hey to the person beside us. Hey. And then we're going to come back and then bring that arm down. Beautiful. Let's do that again. We're coming up, opening up at that side right there, feeling a nice stretch all in the front of the hip into the torso. Coming back down. Beauty. And let's do it one more time. And on to the next side. So we're taking a step back with that left leg now. We're going to tuck it a little bit under. We're going to reach up towards that ceiling. Take a nice breath in there. Bring that arm down. Let's do it again. Bring that arm back down. And again, if the stretch is great right here, or if you have shoulder problems, you don't need to lift the arm up. It's just a little extra if you like it. Now we're going to add that rotation. So we're going to bring that arm up, and then we're going to rotate out to say hello to the person beside you. And again, you can still rotate slightly to the side if you want. With those shoulder problems, you can bring your hands in front of you and rotate if you like, kind of whichever feels good for you. And let's do one more. Awesome. So now we're going to get a little bit into the upper body. We're going to be standing with our feet hip width apart for this one. We're going to take our hands together right here, and we're going to bring them up towards the ceiling, and we're going to reach towards the ceiling. We're going to feel a nice stretch at the side right here. We're going to feel a nice stretch in the low back as well. And then we can bring the arms out to the side to open up that chest right there. So let's do that again. We're bringing them up towards the ceiling. Breathing right there. Exhale, bring them down to the side. Beauty. And again, maybe this is your space right here that you can only move like this with the elbows bent, whichever feels good to you. Or maybe you just want to go back to the shoulder rolls if those shoulders are a little buggy or the neck's a little tweaked right now. Good, let's do one more. We're making sure when we do it, we aren't arcing at that back. Beauty. So the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to do a nice head rock side to side to kind of stretch out the sides of the neck right there. So we're going to drop our nose towards our chest, and we're going to look up and over, and we're going to rock it back down, bringing the ear to the same shoulder, looking forward. Breathing through this. We're going slow as well because these tissues are very sensitive. Maybe you just stay to one side for a little bit. Maybe you don't feel the stretch, so you're going to bring your hands behind your back, bring those shoulders down away from your ears, and you might feel that stretch a little bit more there. And let's do one more on each side. Beautiful. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our hand on our left chest, right hand to left chest, and then left hand on top. And we're just going to slightly pin that tissue down. From here, we're going to look up towards the ceiling, but more so at a diagonal when we look up, right? And we're going to stretch out a little bit of the front of the neck right there. Breathing through this. The key thing is to keep your mouth closed during this stretch. And then we're going to come back down. Now we're going to take left hand onto right chest, right hand over top, a little bit of a pin. We're going to bring that chin out to a diagonal. And feel that nice stretch in there. And one more breath here. Amazing. So that is our wind down lunchtime stretch today. I hope you all enjoyed. Everyone have a great snow day and be safe out there. Bye.